Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the channel. My name is Shay, and today we have a few things we're going to be doing. Behind me is my 2019 Chevy Silverado 3500. It's a 6.6 diesel Duramax engine, the LP5, I think. I'm not really sure. I'm not a mechanic, I'll tell you that much. I actually just traveled the country, went all the way to Canada, 3 different provinces, went to Ontario, Alberta, and British Columbia, drove from Florida all the way up there and all the way back. I've gotten to South Carolina, and well, I broke down, and today is day 5 of being broke down. I have spent a total of $2,300 so far being broke down and not being able to have a mechanic that I know. Nobody worked on a diesel. It's been a holiday weekend since the Thanksgiving was just Thursday. It's now Tuesday. I leave tomorrow. But I've had an issue, so we're gonna start with what I was having an issue with. I was going to the Myrtle Beach Safari here in South Carolina, and my truck turned off about 2 miles away from it and just shut off. And I gave it a few minutes and it turned back on. And then I had reduced engine power, and I was able to get out of the area that I was in to a place that was closing. They were able to put a computer to it, and it said fuel pressure regulator performance. P0089 was the code. And we just kept getting, it was like a bunch of codes going on. We tried to delete the code. There was one that was a permanent one. So I was able to get the truck, though, after about 20 minutes of praying to get out of where I was. I was able to get to a hotel and just worry about the next day because it was already late. I was able to get a fuel filter. I've never worked on a car in my life, so now I've picked a diesel now to learn on, and I changed the fuel filter. I was able to change the fuel filter. Then I'm able to. Then we had to change the fuel pressure sensor. Okay, which I had to take apart the throttle body, the intake manifold, and get in there. Somehow managed to take out that piece. Then I broke the connector to the actual sensor, which I couldn't get the plastic out for a whole couple hours. It was a pretty big mission. That did not turn out to fix the problem, unfortunately. So here I am, still broke down. So right now, what I had to do is figure out that it's the fuel rail and the regulator that's attached to the fuel rail. There are 3 different fuel regulators on this truck. There's the low pressure, the high pressure, and then there's a fuel pressure regulator in your fuel tank, in your fuel pump. So I don't know if everything I'm saying is absolutely correct, but I'm gonna show you guys how we are gonna take apart the sensor, change the fuel filter, and change out the fuel rail pressure regulator. And hopefully you guys like the video. If you guys like the video, please press the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. This is my first video on this channel, and again, I'm not a mechanic, so this is not what the channel is going to be all about. I'm an animal handler. I've been an alligator wrestler for the Indians and the Native Americans in Florida for the last 16 years. I'm an animal handler. I'm a snake handler. I haven't really posted anything for the last 10 years, so I'm just now getting started again. I also am on a TV show you guys can watch on Swamp Men on Nat Geo Wild. You can find it on Amazon Prime. I'm on the first 10 episodes, first 2 seasons, and that was about 10 years ago or so, back in 2010. So that's actually 13 years ago. But I've been an alligator wrestler for 16 years, and now I'm a trapper. I own a pest control company in South Florida. And here's my truck right behind me. I did this work right here. This is actually all vinyl wrap. It's actually the textured crocodile wrap you can get from Fellers. It's CR070 is the actual number to get it. But I drew all this stuff out on the vinyl wrap on the back, cut it out myself, and then put it all on. Pretty much the whole back of half of the truck is like this. Pretty beautiful. I really love it. It's one of my favorite things I ever did. Got the 24-inch American Force rims. 37-inch, the 37 tires, 13.5-inch wide. I have an 8-inch lift on here. This is a ready lift kit. You can see here it's about the 8-inch. I have a 3-inch straight pipe on here, and I have a 5-stage like tuner. I did not do any of that. Of course, I had my mechanics work on this and do this truck, and we've done a lot of work to this truck. I have a couple lights that we can check out at night. But as of right now, until we change this fuel rail regulator on the truck, which is in the engine, we could not be able to get this thing started. So beautiful truck, and we're gonna get this bad boy going here soon. Just gotta get in here and knock it out. But again, love you guys, and just check it out. All right, so I have no idea what I'm doing. My name is Shay. I am broken down here in South Carolina in Myrtle Beach. My truck here has some kind of fuel pressure regulator performance issue. So I'm going straight to the fuel filter. I think the fuel filter thing is right there. This is the fuel filter. I watched some videos online. I'm hoping that I can just make this simple. Should leak a little bit here soon. Being very gentle because it's supposedly plastic, so perhaps it can break. This is a 18 millimeter to get to this first part. I see no leaks on this little fuel line. So we should be good to get this out. There's not a whole lot leaking out. So now we pop this 18 millimeter off. We're gonna put this 27 millimeter on. And now we're going to do the same. Oh no. It's not big enough. Crap. Well, that sucks. But maybe I can use a wrench if I'm lucky. Ugh. Oh, this is working. Okay, y'all, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm broke down in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach. My truck is having some kind of fuel pressure regulator problem, so I'm changing the fuel filter. Let's start with that. So I have this first part taken apart, and the thing ended up being too small, so now we're using a wrench that we're going to continue using. That's diesel fuel splashing everywhere on me. Ugh. But it seems as though I get this whole thing off. I'm doing stuff.
Not to say I might be able to find you a bucket.
That's diesel fuel.
Was it the filter? Take a picture of that so they can
Look,
see
this is the filter I just got out from from under my truck, and this is a new filter. And I'm pretty sure that will be my problem. It'll save me some money before these people charge me a bunch.
Oh yeah.
So this is the new filter. That's the old one. We're gonna put this back on and see if this can treat me right. Oh, there's one on here that I'm supposed to maybe change. But I don't think I want to change it.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly, kind of thing.
I love your truck, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much. I built it well, I had it built from scratch.
We were looking at it yesterday, and I'm like, damn, I love that you print in the parts. It's awesome.
Yeah, I drew all of it and cut it out and.
You drew all of that?
Yeah, and did it myself.
Shit.
All right, so something's happening here. It's not working.
If you need help, he'll definitely get under the truck. He lives for mechanics.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really live for it, but...
He does. Favorite thing in the world. Bikes and trucks.
Nice. Heck yeah, I just want to get this thing going.
And here I got a Saturn. These are one of his favorites.
It says, just don't let it be noticed. I hope it's on straight. I hope I put the filter on right.
Looks like it.
It looks like it's fitting somehow. Ugh.
What?
Oh, shit.
All right. We're getting somewhere.
That's good.
Please, Lord, have mercy on me. So I just changed the fuel filter myself. I had to Uber myself to the auto store. We're about to try this. Please, Lord, let it start. Yeah. No. Holy shit.
You did it.
I can't believe it. My day is better now.
And
Wow.
you did it all yourself, too.
Hell yeah. Except for you guys let me use that hemostat.
Come on, man.
Oh man, I just got this thing started all by myself. I had to do all kinds of work in the middle of nowhere here.
It is.
I'm telling you, I'm becoming a mechanic. Before you know it, I'm gonna know how to do everything on this damn truck. I done took off this filter stuff. I don't even know how to put on trust quite much on which side it is, but I'm gonna hope that I did it right. I took off this piece right here. There's a gasket right there. And then you have to get all the way over that back there. There's that little thing there is the fuel pressure sensor that I have to get to. And so we have to take this throttle body off. There's 4 10mm socket, whatever, nuts, things, bolts. We'll take 4 of those off. One here, one there, and then one over, 2 more on that side. And then we have access to get to it. All right, so look at this thing. I got this piece off. Then this was the throttle body. I don't even know how to put it back on. I think it goes like up in there. Something like that, right here. And then that piece is gonna go in there. It's a fucking nightmare. I tore all this apart to get to this little piece back in there, that thing. This is the freaking sensor. It's called the fuel pressure sensor. And then there's this gasket that I can use this one if I'm careful with it. So I'm gonna put that in the car. I'm gonna reuse that. And then I took out the whole intake, so. Oh, it's over there. Crikey. Good morning, everybody, or afternoon. So it took me 3 days to get this damn part. This part broke in my my 3500 here. It's a fuel pressure sensor. Unbelievable to get a new one. $290 freaking dollars. And here we are, about to put it in. Got the right part, we're good to go here. Now I just gotta figure out how to put it back together. Oh man. So here we've gotten all this out. That's the part that this goes in. So we gotta get this piece in there. Try to do this. So there's a piece of plastic from the other sensor stuck right there, and it's kind of like still wedged in there in that piece, so it's right connected all there. I got like 90% of it out, but I'm stuck right here and I just don't know what to do. I can't seem to get it out, so I don't know. After got it started, open. What's up, everybody? Today is day 5 that I've been broken down in South Carolina, in Myrtle Beach. But I'm learning a lot. I've learned how to become a mechanic almost in a matter of a few days, except I have somebody helping me, a very nice person who, came out, couldn't fix it, didn't charge me, did some research, now is back out here, got the part I need. We may be able to get it going today. Have faith. By the way, I cut myself shaving, so apologize for the shave cut. But anyway, got the drone out here. We're going to talk about it a little bit. But what basically happened is my truck was just shut off. Having a rough idle. It's got reduced engine power. So a lot of people have had this issue where it's a fuel pressure regulator or the fuel pressure regulator sensor. So I first started out changing the fuel filter, got the truck to run for about 30 miles before the problem that it really was continued on and it shut off again. Got it started, shut off again. It's been broke down at this hotel. This is my 3rd night here at this hotel at the Hampton Inn in South Myrtle Beach, and it's called a Celebrity Circle. Anyway, now we've got to the point where it's the fuel pressure regulator on the rail of the fuel line. So we've got a lot of work going on here. We're just getting started, taking it apart. I'm invested so far $1,850 into trying to figure this out on this truck here. So we're up in here, we're just gonna get started. But the fuel regulator, the fuel pressure regulator on this rail is like inside the engine underneath the covers here, way back where he's at. And a lot of work in here we're trying to get through here. Now let's turn on this drone here. Got the clip off. Drone's going up. All right, we're gonna be back. All right, so this is my 2019 Chevy Silverado 3500 Duramax. So it's a diesel 6.6. Quite a bit of work done to this truck between the lift kit and all that stuff. But besides that, there's a tuning. It's got like a 5-stage tuning system in here. Exhaust, straight 3-inch straight pipe.
And then of course this thing being up in the air doesn't exactly make it like a walk in the park to work on.
Wow, so this all has to come apart here. So we're actually needing to get right down in there, right where that little thing is, inside the engine.
Well, below this plastic cover, which I gotta get off by getting this thing out of the way.
Sure. Get some room to move your hands around here. Engine cover here. We just got this part off.
It's not 10, it's 8mm. Could be an 8mm. I can't tell.
I just gotta take the cover off here.
worked.
Beautiful. Here, got the cover off of the engine here.
Got a blade?
I do not actually. And there's the problem here right now lies in this piece here, that long bar, all there. It was $350 something at the Chevy dealer. Where I was able to get a mechanic discount from Uncle Kevin here for $100 off. So it came out to like $249 for this fuel. It's like the fuel rail thing. This thing right here. It's a fuel pressure regulator. It's all these little things have to come off. These are the fuel lines right here. We got the fuel lines hiding over here so that we can get to it. I have to hold this out of the way. And once we get to that fuel pressure regulator, and that's changed, this thing will start right up and have no problems, I'm sure. Oh, what a nightmare.
So, some kind of a seal that I don't think the O-ring is going to fall.
Okay.
So we're just going to go like
Keep it out of the way.
like that. I think that'll stay safe. So now, we can't unbolt it yet. We got to undo those 5 fittings, which are, they look like 18 millimeter, is my guess.
Yeah, you've been spot on. We're gonna go get coffee, but we just got the fuel rail off. This fucking thing, excuse my language, has caused me a nightmare.
I don't think anybody will steal anything.
No.
Right?
Oh, wow. Unbelievable. That's the fuel rail where your fuel goes into there. It's also connected to the regulator in there. There's multiple regulators, but this only took like 25 minutes to take off, so I'm pretty stoked about that.
Remember something. There's a famous line I always say.
Here's the new fuel pressure regulator rail thing here. That goes right back into here, how we took it off. This brand new $350 piece from the dealership. Ugh.
All because this part's no good.
This part's no good right here on the other one. Wow.
What we're gonna do?
This is the fuel rail going right in place here.
There.
Like that, just putting it back into the engine. Oh, let me hold that out of your, get out of your way.
No, it's all right.
Okay.
It's all right. Okay.
Yep. So when you get reduced engine power and your truck turns on and then off,
And then
probably the fuel rail getting too much pressure in this situation. Post this up.
okay. Fine. Okay. That one's
It's like
good.
5 of these that you have to turn.
And
They're
then
size 17 millimeter to screw
this
those
one.
back on. The other ones are 13 millimeters. So you're gonna need a 17, a 13 millimeter, and then just doing everything backwards the way we took it off. Here,
Okay.
Uncle Kevin.
Yeah. That worked.
It worked.
Okay.
Get it around there onto the screw.
There. Let's see. Okay, I got it caught.
Getting in there, all these started getting them threaded onto the new rail.
This last
rail.
one.
Getting that in there, get it right in there, thread it in.
There's a that thing off.
All right, so we just got the fuel rail put in. We got the fuel lines put back on, all the nuts and bolts tightened up. We didn't put the cover back on because we want to make sure there's no leaks as we try to start the vehicle. And well, if this thing stays on and doesn't shut off, we and obviously the codes or see if anything changed, we solve the problem here on this 3500 6.6 Duramax 2019. And you have to make sure you give the VIN to whatever dealership you go, because there's different models for this specific vehicle. You know, there's an old model and a new model, and you have to make sure that whatever parts you buy actually fit this truck. Otherwise, you're going to get down to it. And,
See everything?
yeah.
I tightened that. I tightened that. I tightened all those four.
You should be good. Right now.
All right, so let's talk about it.
Okay, let's talk about it.
So, what's the worst that could happen here? It does the same thing?
It does the same thing, and we didn't solve the problem. And I spent another $300 plus your time here.
It's supposed to work.
It's gonna work. I have no doubt.
But it's not gonna cause us to jump off a building. Or
No,
you
I'm
to
not gonna
jump
jump
off a
off.
building
I don't think
if it
so.
don't.
Can I? So he's gonna hook up the computer, see if we get any new codes or old codes here. But when we actually removed the sensor, the truck started and it was unable to stay going.
I'm gonna let you turn the key, but I'm just turning it on right now.
Yeah, just turn it to the on position so the fuel pump starts running fuel and does its thing.
So that it can find this thing.
Yeah. And we're gonna go back to the codes here in just a
Did
second.
everything, there's no
No
code.
trouble codes.
So,
That's
I'm gonna
beautiful
take this,
thing.
I'm gonna put it down here. And
We're gonna
I'll
get
let
it.
you,
We're gonna start this bad boy up.
Whatever happens, I ain't gonna let it affect me.
All right, so I'm gonna take it out now that is, get it a little set.
Right.
So there's no new codes. We let the fuel pump run for a second. Now the moment of truth is, after we're getting this new fuel rail put in, is to see if this thing turns on and stays on and doesn't blow up. That's the 3 goals here. All right, here we go. Now that means it might just mean you had some fuel to get in there. I'm not worried about that because,
Neither am I.
yeah,
I didn't hear spark noise.
nah, yeah. I'm really happy that it started up because, and mind you, we took all the fuel lines off, so it had to get. So the truck started up, and after we got the fuel rail put on, we got the truck started here. It was a little delayed start, but obviously we had the fuel lines taken off. Yo.
Hey, you remember 30,000?
Yeah. Wow, we're back to normal here. Wow. Look at that. So it was at 30,000 before, and we needed to be right here to be normal, around 4,000.
You see it says desired
desired.
59.59,
Yeah.
and that's the actual 59.59.
And now we're
And
at,
desired rail pressure 6,000.
so it's like right at the money.
It's meeting it.
Yeah.
It fixed it.
We fixed it. My man, you're the man. Yes.
I like it when a plan comes together.
Hell yeah. Yeah, buddy. Oh. So it's running here. So this is the fuel rail. It's a regulator there. The only brand new looking part on the end of here. We're gonna have to undo everything, just this part and the 2 fuel lines to put the cover back on. We just wanted to make sure there was no leaks and the truck is back in action. Oh, after 5 days of being broken down, this stupid thing is the problem. Oh, thank you, Lord. Well, thank you guys so much. We have successfully got this truck back on the road so that I'm no longer stuck. And yeah, if you guys want to buy it, $85,000. And anybody want to let me know? Got you. Can't do it any cheaper than that. I was gonna sell it for $100. I have put $20,000 to $25,000 into fixing up this truck and making it look like this cool. It is a 2019 Chevy Silverado, 3500 Duramax, straight 3x3-inch straight pipe, 5-stage tuner. It's got the 8-inch lift kit. It's got a delete kit, so you don't have to put that DEF diesel exhaust fluid or whatever it's called. And yeah, it's a badass truck, fast as can be. Got the American Force. This is the Morph version, 24-inch. We've got the not this tire. I have actually 2 new tires. They're actually called the Furry Country Hunters. I'll be putting that tire on the back. I got spiked by the police, and I got another one that needs to be done on the other side because I do a lot of burnouts and I drove around the country. But yeah, we back on the road. We fixed the fuel rail regulator, pressure regulator, and the sensor, the fuel pressure sensor, as well as the fuel filter. And I spent about $2,300 and 5 days being stuck over that little part. We're just under 100,000 miles in this truck, but because I've done so much work, I expect a little problem here and there. But here you go.